All right, let's fix some stuff. Today, it's a cutting board, and it's warped. It's edge glued, so this is a solid wood cutting board, and little pieces are glued together on their edges, but somehow it worked. So I'm gonna replace just this front part, leave this, and I think I'm gonna put another strip straight across here, so the grains will fight each other, because I'll be doing, you know, end grain on side grain, and it'll fix it that way. So instead of me making a whole new piece of edge glued wood, which would take forever, I'm just gonna go to the Home Improvement Center and get me a new chunk of edge glued wood. So here we go, let's go. So we're here at your local lumber yard looking for lumber. We want to get something that's, you know, already glued together. I don't want to do anything fancy. We're gonna get, I think, this solid board. This is a 24 by 3 feet. That'll be good enough. And we're back with the wood. We'll unwrap it, we'll get the table saw all set up, and I'll show you what I'm gonna do with this brand new smooth piece of wood. Okay, so we have the new piece and the old piece. Obviously, we have to cut this piece down, and I'm gonna use this extra piece to stick on the end to prevent warpage in the future, so I don't have to deal with this again with my customer. Okay, my tape measure is broke. Wait, no, well, okay, it works now. Okay, now with this long piece of scrap, the grain is going this way. I'm gonna cut, I think, a 2-inch piece to glue to the back edge of this, so the grains will fight each other and it'll be fine. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. See? Gripper push block. Awesome. I'll show you, we'll do it right now because I'm not putting my fingers in that. Yep. End grain, and then the side grain, see? Like that. So we're gonna glue these fellas together. Just like that. Well, how are you gonna do that, Chris? I will show you. Here's my board, okay? And then I have the other board. I'm gonna put it in the end. And then we're gonna clamp it together. But first I gotta get glue in here. So we'll put glue in there, and then we'll clamp her up. Okay, then we're gonna put it in this part. Okay. It soaks into the end grain quicker than the side grain, because that's just what it does. Okay, it's all in there, pretty good. That's enough. Rag, ready? Make sure you have the clamps ready too, because, you know. Okay, and since I cut this from the same piece, it's gonna be the same thickness. So we'll tighten it down, you know, just a little bit each time here, because it'll move around. It's gonna slide up and down just a little bit as you tighten it. So you might have to give it a whack with a hammer, but this is pretty good. But in the meantime, I've got to remove this old part from the new part. So I'm gonna shove this in the table saw, and I've got to take off this part, just little by little, until I get just enough to glue it to the old part. I'm gonna use just the edge of this. So now I want to adjust this to the thickness of that. See? So it'll ride on the table saw nice and even. So I'll put it through here, it'll go like that, and I'll shove it through. Can you see that? Maybe you can't. I don't know. Okay. Okay, I think that's good. All right, here we go. Okay, so now we're going to attach this to the other side of the breadboard, but I'm waiting for that to dry, so we have to cut the breadboard down first to its exact dimensions. All right, so let's let that dry. Look at this, here's end grain. See, they're all together, but how weak it is? Look at that, it's weak that way. So that's why we had to put that other piece on there. Okay, let's undo it. Okay. Huh? Okay. So overnight is ideal. I'm gonna take this, scrape that off with a chisel. See, there's glue oozing out of the edges, so I'm just going to scrape that off. Then I'm going to sand it down, and then, we'll cut it down, and then we'll sand it down. That'll be nice. Okay. Okay, now we'll cut it down. Okay, we're gonna sand it down now because I don't wanna sand it down after I have this glued on because I don't wanna sand this. This is the color of the kitchen. And I don't have this paint. So I wanna sand down all this stuff. Okay? Let's do it. 120 grit sandpaper. Okay, nice and smooth. We're gonna use, we'll use this side for the top, for the back, remember, and then we're gonna glue that piece to the front now. Back to the clamps. Let's go. Okay, so here's the finger groove. That's gonna go down, you know, when you pull it out. I made a couple of pencil marks on each end, so I know exactly where this is gonna go. So it's centered on here. Uh-oh, hello, what happened? Oh, okay. It's a mess. Okay, here we go. Wipe your hands, more rags, keep the rags. Paper towels. There you go. Now I'll worry about the bottom after it dries, because this is too nice right here. I don't want to mess with it. All right, here we are. A couple hours later, with some clamps. And it's all done. Looks good. Remember, this is the back that we glued on there. The wood grain going a different way. And the breadboard is ready to go back in the kitchen. All right, well, hope you liked this video. Click the like button below and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.